Alright everybody, what's up? I've had some milk. Had some milk and we're ready to get going. Ready to move. Move. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Why is it that every cup I've been drinking out of lately, every single one has had just like gross stuff floating in it? Everything. Every cup of water I have gotten for myself for weeks now has had gross crap in it. This is milk, though, as I already said. Once you get about halfway through a cup of milk, you usually regret drinking milk, choosing to drink milk. And I'm really feeling that right now. But I feel it's gone now. I felt like I needed it. Felt like I needed a blood sugar boost. Also, the reason why I even brought it up in the first place was because everybody tells you you're not supposed to drink milk before you do any kind of voice work of any kind. Are we rolling? Yeah, we sure are. So that's why I brought it up. Last time, last stream, my stream cut off early. I'm sure if you watched all the way through that you noticed that. It's okay. You didn't miss anything. As soon as I saw that the stream had cut out, I stopped. And that was the end of the play session. I was like, okay, that's fine. I was getting ready to stop anyway, so I just stopped, and here we are. You didn't miss anything, I don't think. Reservoir? It's gonna take... It might take me a minute to remember where I'm supposed to be. Where's the... Excuse me? There you are. It's gonna take me a second to get my bearings. But bearings. Bearings. I don't know why I said bearings. Bearings. Sometimes I talk funny when I stream. Sometimes I talk different when I stream. And at this point, I don't know why. It bothers me though. When I hear myself speak, I'll say something wrong. And I'll be like, that's not how I ever pronounce that word. Or this is not how I ever talk. And it really gets to me. Stuff like little things like that. I really have a lot of I'm really in my head a lot more than I should be when I do these. it's really been an interesting psychological process to become a streamer. I've been someone who consumes internet content for such a long time that when I sat down in front of a microphone for the first time and started recording myself, I thought that I would immediately be as good at it as all of the iconic people I had always watched, you know, since I was a kid, basically. I've been, of course I watched movies and TV and stuff like that during my childhood, just like everybody. But I feel like YouTube has been my primary source of entertainment for pretty much since I was about 9 years old. Like, I was a very, very early adopter of YouTube. Way before it was even famous, really. I was a very early adopter of YouTube. And the stuff I was watching back in those days probably sucked. But I was a child, so I didn't really know any better. And so I've got a lot of history of tons of different types of things. You know, it's not all video game related. Actually, a lot more movie related stuff, because movies is kind of, for a long time, was my main passion, I think. Video games is not, was not ever my main passion, except for maybe when I was a small child. But I was always more of a movie and TV guy, as far as like the stuff that, well, okay, I just said that I watched more YouTube. I watched YouTube videos about movies and TV shows and, yeah, games, and then original content also. I have no idea what I'm doing in life, but also in this game. So there's more. Okay, maybe there's stuff in the water. Imagine if we found an owl guy down here. So there was definitely a learning curve for me, just as far as like the confidence, which is weird because like in real life I have an overabundance of confidence in real life, usually, most of the time. But that didn't translate to being in front of the camera very much. I definitely felt very awkward at first. I still kind of do. So it was a learning curve. And it still affects me a little. To the point where I'll listen back at myself recording these. I'll listen back to some of them and I'll watch them. And for the most part, I'm kind of proud of what I'm doing here. But sometimes there are moments where I'm just like, oh, like, who is that? Who is this weird guy that's making these videos that no one is watching? You know, and so there's definitely moments where I'm like, what am I doing here? But it's all part of the process, you know. Why does that happen? What's that? Why does that happen? What's that? What was that? What was it? Is it that thing up there? Does it flicker? Why does it flicker? Okay. Did we ever learn... There's two of these. We saw the other one before. Did we miss a puzzle? Perhaps? And something that I've noticed is that when you're feeling a little bit awkward, you're feeling maybe not 100% confident, you know, you can't help but it just comes out, you know? Like you can't help but betray that in your voice or in your word choices. The inflections that you put on things are different. And so it's really, and you know, because of I understand myself well enough to the point that I can pick it out in my own voice, even as I'm saying it. I'm like, oh, and it gets under my skin. So it's, and then at that point it kind of can become like a feedback loop almost, where I'm not being myself, and I'm sort of judging myself a little bit too harshly for it, and I'm not focusing on the game also. So it's been an interesting journey. I don't know if have we come in here? And it makes me wonder how some of those people, what their journey was like. Some of the people that I've watched. Because I don't think it's the same for everybody. I think some people really do just like immediately take off and they're perfect. I am kind of a natural entertainer in my regular life, but translating it to this setting was actually very difficult for me, and it still continues to be difficult, for reasons that I'm not entirely sure why. There's something about sitting in front of a microphone alone in a tiny room where other people in your house can hear you that makes you kind of want to clam up and not really, you know, commit. I have no idea what I'm doing. We were doing so well. We were really flying through this, I thought. And then, now what? You know what? Maybe we need to wait. Because last time, when the dam breaks, it revealed things. Maybe we need to wait for those things. For other things. New things. What's a song we can sing? What's a copyright neutral song we can sing? Wow, if you can think of it, it's probably not copyright neutral, huh? I can't think of a single copyright neutral song. I almost started singing Happy Birthday, but that's not copyright neutral. A spoonful of sugar. Isn't that the hamster dance? Did I just realize that the hamster dance and the song from Disney's Robin Hood are the same song? It's the same song. What? Or is it? Okay, maybe not. Now that I think it, well, it's very similar. Holy, every time that happens, I'm, uh-oh. Okay. Everything has gone as planned. Okay, well... do we feel any better? No? No? Oh God. What's that sound? I keep thinking there's a wave coming, but there's not. It's just a... Grab me, grab me, grab me. Let me... Oh, maybe we can swim down to the bottom. I don't know, man. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is that my space boat told me there was more here. Yeah, we gotta go underneath. I don't know who would find that. I mean, we did, but I don't even just think it was luck that I thought of it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So the question is, if we come here, can we take that? With an artifact? You'll get what I'm saying, right? You get it? I wonder if there's such a thing as the perfect Let's Player. I guess what makes a Let's Play interesting is that it's different for every person. Everyone has a different response. Which doesn't explain why there's so few Let's Players. I mean, there's tons of Let's Players, but it seems like there's very few good ones. I am stuck here. I am stuck down here. Which is actually kind of part of the reason why I started doing this. I was like, you know what? There's lots of Let's Players out there, but there's only a handful of ones that I would consider to be anywhere near decent or good. So I might as well fill that need, dude. Gotta step in there. fulfill that need. Turns out I suck at this too. Not really. Well, maybe a little. I'm getting used to it though. My main problem is that I don't know what's going on. Let's give up on this area. We're giving up on this area. How do I get out of here? Death? Really the only escape, if you think about it. Came across as darker than I meant it to. So I have a problem. Never mind. No, I don't. So are you guys, circumcised? Okay, well, wait, no. Sealed vault. I thought we already went in there. Oh, we didn't go in. Reservoir. What a projection that shows the strange moon. Oh, yeah, we still got more to explore there. Whole breach. We did? Wait, what? Narrow gorge along the Roman reservoir. Explosion blowing a hole in the side of the stranger. Flat reel that shows the strangers have this strange green fire. So do we need to find the hole? Well, what? I am at a loss. Thanks, you guys, if you were circumcised. Sometimes you just get hit with your own joke. You're like, what? I don't know if that's funny or if I'm just an idiot. So let's look for a hole in the hull out here. Because when I hear there's a hole in the hull, this is where I want to look. I can't see anything. Okay, I'm in space. How would we see a hole in the hull? Would we see it? Would we know what we were looking at? I don't feel like I know what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw... Whoa! What's this? Sun. Down, down. Autopilot. This is no easier now than when we started this game at the beginning. Everything is damaged. Ego damaged. Get me out of here. Is this even the same? I feel like this isn't even the same entrance. Can't see anything. Everything's all the same color. And it all absorbs light. Can't see anything. There's nothing here. There's still more to explore at the reservoir. We did come in the other side. I kind of like this side better. Wait, I'm supposed to be in the reservoir. What? I'm bad. I'm bad at this game. How is there more to explore? It's getting to that point. I really hope we can use this as a way to escape. The stranger itself, I mean. Way to escape the supernova for our people. So we can save our people. That would be an interesting twist. Like, oh, it turns out, like, you actually can save your people. Okay, come on, come on. Get around the rock. Stupid rock. What if I not explore? That is totally a thing. What happens? Why does that do that? And that sound happens every time. Why? Would you get out of the way? There's absolutely no reason for you to be attached to me right now. Have we used that yet? Okay, well, I was hoping there'd be a door over here. There's not. Oh man, it takes forever to get around. Sorry, there's noises in my room. Did we miss something in here? It's always like, we gotta go for the little tiny thing you missed. And you gotta backtrack, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that. What is this purpose for? What does this purpose have? Follow the wires. Follow the wires. Ah, the leaves. The leaves. It kind of feels like there should be more in here to explore, but there isn't. See, if I was a real Let's Player, this would be the part that I would cut out. I can't do that. Well, I guess I could. If I do put these on YouTube after all. But I don't really... I'm too lazy to actually edit these. But I don't... Did we... So how do you guys feel about Carole Baskin? Yeah, we were just here. Come on. Carole Baskin, you think she killed that guy? That whole documentary was bonkers. I can't see a thing, man. Why does it... I had my flashlight on. Anyway, whole documentary. Bonkers. Totally bonkers from beginning to end. I rewatched a little bit of it today, and I was like, man, I forgot how bonkers this was. I don't think I really grasped it at first. I think it takes a rewatch to really get all of the nuance of just how insane that whole cast of characters is, how insane the documentary is. That's a whole nother layer, because on a rewatch, when you go back and you watch that documentary again, it kind of feels like the people who made the documentary are not great people either. And so you start to really second guess everything. You're like, is that true? You know, is that true? Is that true? They do a pretty good job of showing, oh, this is what it means. This place. Okay. It actually didn't scare me that time. I forgot that we never went in here. So it kind of adds another layer to the documentary of you're like, well, I don't know who I can trust in this story, and I don't even think I can trust the documentary. But they do a good job of showing you things. You know, they don't explicitly tell you not to trust Carol Baskin. They just show you how much all of the other characters don't trust her. Oh, you think I can swim? I bet I can swim. Oh, but there's no water here, though. They just show you how all the other characters don't trust her, including people who have no reason to lie. Like the ex-wife of her dead husband, the one that she supposedly killed. Somebody who, by all accounts, should hate the man because he left her for Carol, I think, is telling everybody, including you as an audience member, that she killed him. She's like, yeah, she killed my ex-husband. And she has no reason to make that up. Because she should hate her ex-husband, by all accounts. Of course, I guess maybe she would hate Carol too. But why would she want to bring... She seems to be really interested in bringing Carol to justice. And then they talk to lawyers, they talk to... I mean, the lawyers that they talk to, these are like middle of nowhere, rural lawyers, you know, small town group of people. You know, they're redneck lawyers. So it's kind of a toss-up whether or not they can be trusted. The whole thing. It's a fascinating documentary. It's already fascinating enough, but when you watch... By the way, I'm talking about Tiger King, if you don't know. I don't know how you wouldn't know at this point, but if you don't, I'm talking about Tiger King. I appreciate Tiger King more now than I did at first. Because now I don't know if I can trust the documentary itself. And it just adds so much more complexity to a situation that didn't need it. Didn't need to be more complex. It was plenty complex. I will say, they do it, what? Why? They do a pretty good job of showing everything, but even that can be misleading, you know? Can't see. It takes your flashlight away for no reason. Sometimes. No reason. I wish I knew why I had to clear my throat so often. You guys think that's a medical issue? Ear, nose, and throat issue, because I've been like that pretty much my whole life, or at least since I've become an adult, I guess. I've always had that issue with... See, it's called... There's something called post-nasal drip, which is a thing that exists, and when I hear it described, I think, wow, I think I might have that. I always just thought I was normal. Oh, I like how this is showing, like, you can go inside from underneath. Okay, so that's how you find that. And you pick up the lantern and it turns your flashlight off. So dumb. So, what's this? What am I seeing here? Where are you? I want to know what these people watched on TV. What? Was that all the information? That's all I came in here for? Was just, you can go in there. You can go in here. If you didn't know. You're kidding me. I wasted all that time? And also, what's this? Is this just to show that that out there is... Man. Are you serious? That was just... Okay, well... We knocked off... that asterisk on the spaceship. Now we've crossed that off our checklist. I can't help but feel like we've really wasted a lot of time, though. I love it when... I love the little moments where Carol Baskin is like, if I was gonna kill somebody, I would have slathered him in, I don't know, sardine oil or something. Something that the tigers really want to eat. And I'm just like, are you trying to make yourself, are you trying to go to jail? Like, that's what, you are not, you are making such a bad case for yourself right now. It's like, do you know, these people are making a documentary about you. And they're asking you questions about your husband that mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, that thing is definitely flickering. I mean, it's not like she didn't know that they were going to ask her about her husband, her ex-husband, because they already were asking questions about him. So she knew. Maybe that came first. Maybe they asked her that stuff after she incriminated herself. I've gone the wrong way. You kidding me? I've gone the wrong way? Actually, I think I can probably... And she definitely comes across like a... Oh, you've got to be kidding. No! 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 She definitely comes across like a weird, like, sociopath at times, too. Which is like, I don't know if that's just my brain telling me that because I've been told that she might have killed somebody. I can't... Oh, I can't get up there. I can't do it. So annoying, dude. Probably should have just gone around one more time, but I didn't think of that. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, she definitely comes across, like, every once in a while she'll say something and you're just like, you so did it. You so killed that guy. It's so obvious. But then you're like, well, you know, it's... When you remember that, like, this is a real person whose life definitely changed after that documentary came out, you're like, but it's not very responsible to assume that she killed him based on just a documentary, but wow, is that not 1000% what my brain is telling me? My brain is like, oh, she killed him. There's no question about it. So you always end up kind of torn, which is funny. I think a lot of people had that sort of relationship with Tiger King, where it's like she totally killed him, but also, I mean, yeah, she is a real person. She did a Reddit AMA recently, which is super bizarre because she's this like larger than life character in the mythology of America now. And she just like hops on Reddit to do an AMA. probably with that same dismissive smirk on her face that is really not fooling very many people, or at least not doing a good job of showing her true intentions. Very disingenuous. And she does it like over and over again. Just like this super dismissive face of like, oh, that's ridiculous. Of course I wouldn't kill my husband. Meanwhile, the tigers are like chewing on a hand. And she's like, I couldn't have put him through the meat grinder. I could barely fit his hand through that. And I'm like, you coulda. I mean, I'm assuming you had a lot of time. You could have made him smaller very easily. Just like chop him up into pieces and then put him in the meat grinder, you know, or just feed him to the tiger's whole, you know, because tigers will eat anything. Didn't have to grind them up first. They're tigers. Their stomachs can dissolve bone, apparently, which I think is pretty cool. I have no idea what we're doing now. Big shock. I was too busy thinking about Carole Baskin. It's also really funny because, like, out of all of the people, out of all of that like ragtag cast of characters from that, like I said, it really is like an American mythology in some ways. Like you definitely feel something like that when you watch the show. It's weird that Carole Baskin was the one to connect the most with Reddit. The one to do the most sort of PR. But, you know, she came out of that whole situation probably the most famous name. Like, even Joe Exotic is less famous now than her. And he was the main character of the thing. And she definitely comes off as, like, a very much a larger-than-life. Like, she would make a great villain in a real show. Fictional. You know? She's very, like, intimidating. Once you start to think of her as a killer, you know, she's very intimidating. You're like, whoa. Who knew that this sweet old lady, middle-aged lady, that runs Big Cat Rescue. I've seen Big Cat Rescue videos on YouTube. I've seen them well before I ever watched Tiger King. I had watched Big Cat Rescue videos on YouTube. Just, you know, videos about like tigers and lions and I don't know, cheetahs and whatever, because I like animal videos. So I had seen, and you know, they don't, from the videos you can't tell, all the animals look perfectly content to be there. Ouch. And they do kind of go out of their way to make the cages look smaller, I noticed. In Tiger King, they go out of their way to make the cages look smaller. But because I've seen, like, the actual real video, or videos of Big Cat Rescue. I know what they're supposed to look like, which is very surreal, by the way, to see the same cages. Because it's like, oh, I recognize that cage. I recognize the lion cage from the YouTube videos I've seen of Big Cat Rescue. Just, it's a weird crossover of life. There's nothing here. We don't know what to do with that yet. Which showed, by the way, that the people who made the documentary were willing to fudge the truth. Because I saw it for myself. Oh yeah, they're definitely misrepresenting the truth. At least to a sort of small degree. They're fudging it. Fudging that truth. Maybe we should look at those things again. Just to refresh our brain. Turns my flashlight off against my will. So that just says 1, 2, 3. I don't understand this. So he goes up into some machine that we haven't seen yet and does something that I don't understand, and then the third chain pops up. And it turned my flashlight off again. Stop doing that. Why does the game do that? Why? Why did you do that, developers? I don't care how many awards you won. It's stupid, yo. I've had it. Had it with that crap. Okay. And then this, it shows the lantern, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what that. What's the significance? Oh yeah, and we saw this already. This was sad. And then they died. So did we learn what the vault was for? At this point, I still don't really feel like we have a clear goal. We saw that they went into that, like, coma state. But we don't know why they did that. And we don't know why they're holding those lanterns. This whole time I've kind of been wondering what happens when we take the lantern and touch the fire with it. And since we don't really have any other obvious clues, I think we actually might do that. Also, another thing about Tiger King is just that when you watch it, you know, everybody got into the show back in like March of 2020, which was kind of a long time ago now. Should we start the I'm not doing that, by the way, when it goes through the menu too fast. I'm not doing that. That's a glitch, and I wish I could stop it. Everybody started watching that show, and the first few episodes of that show are very lighthearted. But by the time you get to a certain point in the show, you know, the show hooks you early on. By the time you get to a certain point in the show, you're like, these people are evil. Like, especially Joe Exotic. Like, you get that impression after a certain point. But it takes like 6 episodes to get there. Like, you're well over halfway. Well, let's focus on... But eventually you get to the point where you're like, not only is Carol scary, not only is Doc Antle weird, with his little harem and all that, calls himself God. But Joe Exotic is like super unsettlingly creepy and evil. You're like, this documentary got me to like him at the beginning. It's like a twist. It's like a very real drama. They edited everything together in a way that made the whole thing feel very much like a scripted drama. And that's, you know, that's coming from someone who doesn't really watch a lot of documentaries. And especially not ones like that. No, no, no. The whole thing really does come across very much like some sort of weird, bizarre, perverse, scripted show. And the fact that it all takes place in this sort of weird, white trash version of America is especially strange. It's like, it's white trash, but it's like, you know, cartoonish. Because I've been to a lot of those kinds of places. You know, my family is from the Midwest. I would say that my family was pretty upstanding, you know, upstanding members of the community. But we definitely sort of orbit around some very, you know, sort of white trash areas and that kind of stuff. And you know, they're people too. I think who we think of as white trash people, they get a bad rap. They're people just like everybody else. But for some reason, it's cool to hate on them right now. At this point in, like, culture and cultural history, it's cool to, like, hate on them, and that's not okay. You know, it's not any more okay to hate on poor white people than it was to hate on poor black people in the 50s or 60s. You know, just because they're poor and there's a lot of negative stereotypes, it's not the first group of people in history to have a lot of negative stereotypes associated with them. So just be careful about that, okay? Sometimes the stereotypes are real. You know, sometimes the stereotypes are real, and sometimes they don't deserve it. You know, it's complicated. Real life is complicated. So sometimes that's another feeling that I got when I watched Tiger King was that exact feeling of, you know, everybody's making fun of these people and laughing at these people, and they're like, wow, look at this redneck paradise, and the sort of Game of Thrones-esque drama that takes place in it, and that's really interesting for a lot of people. But for me, it was interesting for me too, but there was also this angle of, like, I grew up with people like this, in a way. In sort of a certain sense. You know, I grew up with people like this. Like, I'm related to some people like that. And to see people sort of treat them like circus monkeys and point at them and laugh at them and be like, look at them, look at their hair, look at their clothes, look at the way they talk, and just being like, wow, is this stuff real? Is this stuff real? And it's like, yes, it is real. And you know, I very easily could have ended up in a place like that. You know, if my family hadn't moved out of the Midwest, I very easily could have ended up in that exact situation as, like, Travis or whoever else is in the show. You know, I could have been one of them. This isn't working. And so when things happen in the show, like, spoiler alert, Travis shoots himself, or his name was Travis, right? That was a really sad episode, but it was also especially sad just because it's like, oh, you know, that could have easily been my cousin. You know, I know people like that. You know, I've met people like that. You know, so it's a little bit, I don't see the humor in it quite as much as I think the majority of the people who watched the show did. Because to me, there was always, like, this little bit of home that was represented in it, even though it is from the perspective of somebody who's not from a region like that. It does feel very exotic and strange, and like, this is America? You know, there is an element of that. And it's easy to poke fun and point and and laugh. And to be sure, you know, I do, when I watch Tiger King, I do that. Just like everybody else does. But there's always that, like, little part of me that's like, that's, you know, that's home, that's, I mean, that is home in a lot of ways. I'm not from Oklahoma, but there's a lot of overlap there. People point and laugh at people where I'm from to an extent also, for similar reasons. And it's like these people would, when you see the entirety of America sort of pointing and laughing at this cast of characters, knowing that you very easily could have been one of them, it's like, do you guys know how weird that feels? That's not to say that, you know, I know the vast majority of people who watch the show, you know, felt sorry for Travis. But I remember when I got done with Tiger King, I honestly just felt a little bit depressed. And the fact that, like, Joe Exotic is just, like, straight up evil. Like, he manipulates two dudes into marrying him, and they're not even gay. And also, he's horrifically ugly. If that wasn't bad enough, he's not even handsome. He's horrifically ugly. Even without the terrible clothing and hair and facial hair choices that he makes, he would be horrific looking without all of that. And he manipulates them into marrying him into a polygamous marriage, a polygamous gay marriage, by withholding meth, I believe. They were addicts and he had the meth. And he keeps him around by buying him things, and then Travis ends up shooting himself, which, you know, they present it in a way that makes you think, did he do that on purpose? But, you know, there's really no, it's not really our place to speculate about that, whether he did it on purpose or if it really truly was an accident. It's really not the public's place to speculate, but they definitely present it in such a way that it makes you wonder, like, did he do that on purpose? Which is, yeah, it's a little slimy, the fact that the documentarians did it in that way is a little slimy. It's a little gross that they would very obviously sort of manipulate you into thinking that. But the question still arises all the same. Did he do that on purpose? Was that an actual suicide? It's very sad. And you're like, whoa, Joe Exotic is super evil. You're like, these people are all cartoon characters. You know, it's incredible. It's really, you know, truth is stranger than fiction. Oh no, we did this before. No. Okay, well, we're taking a ride. It's also funny because I found out that Doc Antle, he's the one that is in Myrtle Beach. I think they said that he was in Surfside, which is especially strange because I've vacationed in Surfside. Basically, the point is that I've vacationed multiple years in a row near Doc Annals' place. I think maybe very near, if he's in Surfside. So it's weird to see those things sort of all come together. I've probably, well, no, I don't think I've ever been to Oklahoma. It's weird too, you know, being from, my family is from the Midwest and sort of the rural Midwest. We live in the South now, but it's not really like rural South. It's, you know, we live in a suburb, and it's very suburban where we live. Electricity. Oh no, oh no, whoops. Aw, dang it. We can go in that way, though. For the most part, because it's not exactly rural where I live, there's not a lot of that. There is some. There's definitely some. I mean, this is redneck capital of the world, more or less. So there is some of that stuff, but considering that I live in a small city, or near a small city, it's not the same as where my family is from. So it's really interesting, the fact that it does feel like home, even though I recognize that, you know, the clothing choices and the hair choices and all the choices are considered very poor taste by most of America, and probably much of the world if they know. It's weird that I still definitely feel a certain amount of kinship with that sort of group of people. You know, I feel a lot of kinship, even though I know that that's not. Like, I remember seeing, sometimes when I see stuff that's just like really, really trashy fashion choices or hair choices or facial hair choices, sometimes I really get this like feeling of like, oh man, that's really cool. I know that it's like really trashy and really poor taste. At the same time, I'm like, oh man, I still, like, I think that's cool though. And I know that that's, you know, the Midwest genes are there. And I'm like, you can't do that. You can't wear that. You can't get that haircut, you know. Everyone will think you are a complete moron. Not that, you know, my choices are amazing. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. This is still, well, there's still more. I can't with this game. I can't with this game. I've completely lost all momentum that I had. Too busy talking about Joe Exotic. Like, a good example is, what's, like a chin strap. Like, I've gotten around now to the point where, like, when I see a chin strap, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look good. But for a very long time, up to and including probably like less than 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I mean, I genuinely thought chin straps were cool. Or that they looked cool. They looked cool to me. I knew they weren't considered cool. But I was like, I kind of want one though. I have weirdly trashy taste sometimes. Not that I don't know, maybe a chin strap's not trashy. It's definitely like outdated though. It's the wrong decade for that. What's that meme called with the guy with the chin strap that like says things? He's got like that hat that's on sideways, and he's like, his mouth is kind of open a little bit, and he's like trying to be cool. It's like bad camera quality. He always says something sleazy. Like those were the people that I grew up with. You know, that was my introduction to what cool looked like, because those were the people that I grew up with, you know? So when I see that stuff, I still, like, it takes me right back to that place, or it takes me back to being a kid again and looking up to cool older dudes, or people that I thought were cool. Someone that, you know, a little kid would think was cool. Takes me right back there, man. Every time I see it. But the whole point of that meme is that guy's supposed to be a complete loser. And he, you know, on a mental level, I know he's a complete loser. It's like, yeah, no, that's probably true. He probably is a complete loser. Well, I don't know, maybe but still, that's a stereotype though, right? I mean, you can't, it's really easy to stereotype people when it's not, like, it's not cool to be racist anymore, you know? I don't mean, it was never cool to be racist, but it's not like sort of the fashion of the time to be racist or this or that and stereotype. There are certain groups of people that you're not allowed to stereotype anymore, but there are still groups of people that you are allowed to stereotype, and sort of white trash is probably the perfect example of that, where it's like it's a group of people that you're still allowed to stereotype. Mormons would be another good example of a group of people that you're still allowed to stereotype. And it's really, it's the same thing. It's just people haven't decided that that's uncool yet, you know? At one point, people of other races were also being stereotyped in that exact same way. It's the exact same thought process. It's just that, like, one group of people, it's no longer cool to stereotype them, and another group of people, it still is. And there's really, it's completely arbitrary as to who it's okay to stereotype and who is not okay to stereotype. I have no idea what I'm looking for here. So that being said, you know, it's fun to make jokes about groups of people. So sometimes, you know, you just kind of get carried away and taken away. I'm sure that I've probably recently made jokes about, you know, white trash individuals or whatever the case is. Maybe even some uncool ones that, you know, I shouldn't have said. I don't know. I'm not thinking of any specific things. The point is, I'm not here to ruin anybody's fun, but you should all be aware of that. You know, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Just treat people with respect, even if they have what you think is bad taste in clothes or hair or whatever it is. You know, that's really the true measure of whether or not you're a good person. It's like, how do you treat people that you think look stupid? You know, like, you don't respect their clothing, you don't respect their hair, the way they talk, their beliefs, even, you know, that sort of thing. Is like, if you only respect the people that you like, that part of them, first of all, that's very shallow, and also it's like, where's that respect really coming from? Who's that respect serving? You know, it sounds like your respect is really not worth much if that's all you do. You only respect the people that, you know, earn it with their clothes being cool or their hair being cool or whatever. That being said, everybody should make an effort to look decent. And I am very guilty of not always. For instance, right now, my hair is out of control, and I haven't gotten a haircut in a while, and I'll be getting one soon. I don't know when, but I thought for sure this was the place to go. I just don't know what this is. And this looks the same as before. Do 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 do. And it's also interesting too that sometimes bad taste can be endearing. There's lots of examples, you know, dad clothes, dad shoes, dad hair, where sort of bad taste or at least strange taste is considered endearing, even by the entire culture. Am I supposed to know this? Let's try every combination. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. How do I enter? Is there any, like, actual pattern that we've seen that could give us a clue as to what this is supposed to be? I don't think so. I don't feel confident about that. These are just random symbols. Of course, we've seen the other one, but I don't know how that other one helps us. So this one opens this door here. I'm not sure what this is. Have we seen that? I don't even know if we've seen this. We've really stalled. I don't know if you've noticed that. Oh, perfect. Let's go over the edge. Yeah! Look at us, we're riding a wave, man. Wow, that was almost cool. We've been playing this for an hour and 30 minutes. I don't think we've accomplished anything. How has this happened? Is the current too fast? For us to get to the... Oh, you're kidding me. I get stuck here. How do I get my boat there? I can't get my boat there. Can't be done. No. Stupid controls. I don't... What? How do we get... How do we find... Let's just... Maybe we need to try and find... the well. How do we find the well? We had a picture... here of the way to find the well at one point, but I think perhaps it was taken from us. I think we could have gone through this wall if it was open. Because did that come from... I think it came from the burn... the place where they burned all this stuff. Which was... I have to get back in the river. Perfect. Wait, where am I going? Is it there? Are we too late? We might be too late. Yeah, this is totally underwater. Might still be able to get something though. Oh man. In a world where both of our cars are totally underwater. You guys remember that commercial? It's a very old one. In a world where both of our cars are totally underwater. I don't know if anybody should remember that. It's kind of ridiculous to think someone would. Because that was from like 2005. Why do we never have a lantern? Whoa. Well, that's where we could have gotten a lantern. It's kind of lame, actually, how this DLC game, whatever you want to call it, does that to you. It makes you get a lantern and yeah, that's the end. Man, this sucks. Did you finish the first game? Yeah, I did. In a world where both of our games are totally underwater. Secret well. Slide reel in the hidden gorge that shows an explosion. Pulling a hole in the side of the stranger. I don't remember that. I wish I was you, not knowing anything about it, haha. How far into it are we? Because it kind of feels like I'm getting close to the end. Well, maybe not. It did before I completely... Hidden gorge. Can you tell me how to find the secret well? I don't feel like looking for it. I saw the slide that showed it, but I don't remember what it said. What am I supposed to do next? Forget that. Just tell me what to do next. I don't know what to do next. I'm very lost. With the graph? So there's hole breach, secret well, sealed vault. Is that it? It says I still have to do things. You have a long way ahead. Really? Man. The reservoir has an asterisk next to it, but I think that's 12 hours. I think that's because I didn't get into the door with the sort of combination lock. Not the sealed vault, but the other door. The column with the pictures on it. I have no idea what to do next. I've just been like running around for almost 2 hours straight. No idea what to do next. There's a hole breach. Shows an explosion. There's a hole in the side of the stranger. Do I have to go outside? Outside the port. I already tried that. I already tried that and I recorded it. That's the first place I looked when I heard that there was a... I was like, call me crazy, but I think it might be outside of this thing. It's super dark. Yeah, no kidding. It's a black spaceship in space. I can't even tell when my headlights are on. That looks like a hole. Oh, and I think we saw it before too. That's a hole. Does that count as a hole? What do I do when I find it? Stop. Stop. I can't even tell which way I'm facing. Oh, there's something. There's light. Well, that's just an entrance. Kind of hard to explain. I don't blame you. I couldn't explain what I'm looking at. Although, I don't think I knew that we could do this. What I'm doing now. Am I in space right now? Kind of. Another hint could work. What you talking about? I don't know how you were ever expected to find this. I mean, it's like, yeah, there's a hole in the hull. I guess it probably showed it to me, but I don't even remotely remember being shown. It said that I saw it, but I don't remember seeing anything. Like, oh yeah, no, you didn't see that? See that we, yeah. Slideshow. Go back to the reel, it shows it pretty good. I don't even know which one it was! I thought I saw them all already. Am I on the right track? Ow. By going along the outside like this? Sort of the outside. It's the one you had last. Oh, the one that I was. Oh, it'd be kind of nice if you kept the reels and you could look through. Maybe did I? Oh, I'm in space. I'm in space. I'm in space. Come back. Come back. Hey. Is it on the outside edge of the ring? I feel like I've looked over pretty much every... It's like on the port-facing side. Which side? Sunward or spaceward? I can't even tell which way I'm facing now. Ooh, we're in the sunward side. Is it this? This looks like a thing. I'm not particularly good at spotting things, even in the best of circumstances. Ow. It's amazing I am not doing more damage to my ship. See the green lights. I see many green lights. Sticking out. There are many green lights that are sticking out. I'm also colorblind, so they all look green to me. Or they all look the same, at least. Making this much easier if they are in fact color-coded. Might as well have just pooped on my face. The ones on the edge. I'm gonna check this edge. Okay, maybe not that edge. Does the light lead me to the hole? Holy crap! Would it help if I got out of my ship? You're close. I can't see anything. It's darker now. Okay, I just hit something. I don't know what. On the edge. What? Was I going the right way? Can't see anything, man. I'm gonna be crushed. The whole thing is spinning. Or am I spinning? This is the hardest thing I've ever done. Look down. Like this way? Click F. There. Oh, the little tiny holes? I can't see a thing, man. Oh, that's a hole. That looks like a hole. That looks like a hole. Oh, I'm very far. I'm very far from the surface. Looks like a hole. I cannot see. My eyes do not work. I cannot see. I cannot see. How? Is this the way this was supposed to be done? Okay, there's the sun. That helps. I can see that. This is what I'm supposed to be looking for? It doesn't... Check all of them. What do you mean check all of them? All the way around the circle? How was I supposed to find this without your help? Okay, where am I now? Where am I going now? I hate this. I hate this. Just restart. You remind me of a guy that I worked with once. He said something like that. He had like a really thick African accent, and he was like, maybe we should start over, because he was frustrated with something. I'm dead. I'm dead. That sucked, man. At least now I kind of know what I'm looking for. Are you pulling my leg or something? I mean, it wouldn't even matter because we've already wasted enough time. It's like, you know what? Just restart. Just take the game out of the CD tray and throw it in the ocean. Throw it in the street. Throw it into traffic. Leave the video games to the men, not the boys. Okay, I'm going to the stranger. Look for the lights on the edge of the stranger. Stranger. That looks like something. What's that? Why can I see better this time? Oh, is it because I'm in my ship? Is that one different? Oh, no. Not really. You're doing good. Thank you for affirming me. They kind of look like checker pieces. One more, next one. You are pulling my leg. These don't look like they will become holes to me. Oh, that looks different. That one looks different. That one looks different. Oh, look at that. It looks different. It looks different. Just bash my head into it. I'm so excited. You weren't lying. You were telling the truth the whole time. Can I mark this with a flare or something? I'm almost dead. Yeah, no one was ever going to find this. I don't know how I was expected to find this. Also, it is much bigger up close than I thought that it would be. So, anything in here? Sorry for telling you to restart. I mean, there is a time limit. Oh, I know this room. Okay, maybe that shouldn't be open. Maybe we should close this. Look. Okay. Are we going to have to extinguish any flames, perhaps? A chair. That says lantern, that says lantern, but a little different, and that says lantern, but open. And it looks the same as the other one. What is your purpose? Do we have to attempt to recreate? Don't suck me. How do I close the hole? I don't think I can. Oh, I can breathe. Oh, I can open this. Could I open it before? So, wait. There's a lantern in here. But there's no flame in it. There's no flame in that one either, but I mean, did I do it? Well, that was a little bit of a long shot, I guess. What about you? Whoa! I'm dead. No, I'm not. It's showing me something. They're dreaming. Do I have to close my eyes in order to okay, well, I didn't want this. Skip. Skip. No, skip. Skip. Come on. Okay, this is hell. I'm in hell. So he sits down in the chair and closes his eyes, and I'm stuck here. Why can't I get out of this stupid thing, man? Okay, there we go. So do I have to sit in the chair also? And then how do I close my eyes? Well, there's also no fire in the middle. Ooh. A movie. Do you guys have a receptacle? What's this room tell me? Flash me. Flash me with your ways. Okay, close the eyes, open them. Okay. So that one was if you sit down in front of a fire with a lantern, nothing happens. Was that what I was meant to glean from that? because that's what I gleaned from that. So the middle one, we can't seem to, if the hull is breached, we cannot complete the pattern. So I don't know what to do about that. We're gonna go watch this movie. Do you have a receptacle? Do you have the proper receptacle unit? Are you ready to receive me? Why is there no receptacle unit? Just restart. Maybe we should start over. Where's the freaking projector, man? Why didn't they put one close by? I gotta carry it somewhere. Lame. I bet this place has a receptacle. Yay! Insert into receptacle. Must find lantern. Well, we had a lantern at one point. They even told us how to light it. I think maybe. But also maybe not. Are there any jump scares in this? I want there to be jump scares in this. Are there any jump scares? Because I'm looking forward to jump scares, but there haven't been any yet, so I'm losing hope. One, two, three. I don't get it. Okay, so the middle one is not lit. This game is pretty scary. That's not what I asked. I asked if there were jump scares. I didn't ask if it was scary. It's been a little, I'll say it's been a little spooky. So he goes to sleep, wakes up. That happened. Goes to sleep. Redacted. He goes to sleep and fire lights up. Okay. I like how the music's getting all intense, like, you just found something out, and I'm like, I don't, did I? Oh. So that's how you light them. If you have... So it's like, if you use this lantern, it doesn't do anything. He even shakes his head. He's like, oh. If it's closed, it doesn't do anything. Except there's, like, redacted. So maybe we should test that out. And then it lights up the flame if you go to sleep. I don't remember there being a sleep button. Oh, there is a sleep button if you go near the fire. Oh, the silliness of man. Can I do it in this room, or do I have to go to the one where there's that skeleton missing? Stupid. Just gotta give me legwork. ready to get jump scared. So if I doze off with the aperture open, oh, stop, stop. I have my own fire, and they're all gone. Oh Lord. Why are they all gone? Did I awaken them? Is this when the jump scares come? Oh, I don't have my jetpack anymore. Now the game has started? Just now? I cannot jump. Okay. I'm on the owl planet. I'm on their planet. I can't use my flashlight, so therefore I cannot see where I'm going. Hold to right. That's left. I have checked the left. Can't see anything, man. Game over, man. Game over. That is... Ooh, we've seen this. Hold right map. Oh. Wow, that's actually exactly what I needed. Look at that. Wow, I made something appear. Whoa. What? Oh, I have like superpowers or something with this thing. I can't walk. My feet become as lead when I do that, though. Hello? Owls? Am I in the past? Don't answer that. Am I in the past? That's a rhetorical question. Hello? It's 3:09 at night here in Norway. You live in Norway? That's where my people are from. Well, maybe. I'm blonde. It might be where my people are from. Did I just light that up? Where are the owl people? If I'm in the past, where are they? Oh, it's a koi pond. Whoa. Okay. I see what you did there. I can't get back, can I? I'm a little more disoriented than I was before. I feel like I've lost myself somewhere along this journey. Oh, look, stars. That's a neat planet. I want to touch it. Where'd my jetpack go? I want my jetpack back. I know what that means. It's alive. It's alive. Is it my friend? I choose to believe that it's my friend. Why is he watching a movie of his own location? Oh, he's awake. Oh, he's alive. Oh, he saw it. Oh, he's... Okay. Okay. He didn't before, so I didn't think he would. Is he coming after me now? Man, you weren't kidding. This is straight up kind of scary. Like, no joke. We've gotten to some horror feelings. Just straight up. I wasn't expecting that at all, actually. Well, I was at first, but then... when there was, 3 or 4 hours went by and I didn't see anything alive the whole time. It's just a whole vibe. Well, I mean, as far as vibes go, I'm kind of vibing. I mean, let me tell you, the feng shui is nice. Feng shui is nice in here. I mean, lots of earthy tones. Okay, they're screeching. Screeching. Why? 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 Is this an actual horror game or not? I still don't... Are they after me? I heard something screeching, man. I mean, I'm a veteran of horror at this point. Am I hearing the supernova music right now? Can the supernova still get me, even though I'm here? I think so. Yeah. I'm hearing supernova music. So why was there screeching? Come on, man. Just come after me. Don't tease me. Don't tease me with a good time. That's a hand. missed something. Was it a screeching hell beast? I think perhaps I have already gone too far. There's a point of no return. It's even worse when you hear the thing screeching, but you don't like see it at all. But you know it's like around somewhere. That's the worst. Oh, yep, I'm dead. Okay, that was the supernova. Supernova can get me in the past. On another planet. I guess I'm not really in the past, I'm just like seeing it. Or maybe it's like a memory or something. I just like walk up to one of the owls and I'm just like, wait a second, you think your life is bad, watch this, and then I just like just you ain't seen nothing. I'm in a time loop. Supernova. The eye of the universe chose me. I gotta get some sleep, haha, it's late. Yeah, good idea. Sad to see you go, but love to watch you leave. But what you have found now is so important. Friendship. Metaphorically important for the rest of the game. Okay. I'm still alive. Good night. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Am I alive? Am I okay? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for subscribing or whatever. Following. You can watch the rest of it on demand after it's over. I will probably be posting on the rest of it on YouTube also, unless I forget and it disappears forever, which would be sad. So what happens if I do that at a different location? Go back, go back, go back. Please just work with me for once. For once. Work with me. Ooh. Alright, where do we go to get lit? My raft. Where's my raft? Come back, raft. Yeah. I will say, he said that this is when the real game begins, which is nice because honestly I wasn't feeling it as much as I was expecting up until that point. I was like, I thought this was going to be scary. I thought this was going to be intense and different from... I can't see the planet anymore. What's this one? But I wasn't as compelled as I was with the first one, but already as soon as we went into this new world, I was like, okay, this feels, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now. So how y'all doing? I'm about to travel to your planet. Did I do this right? So what has actually happened here? I've lit this lantern thing and I'm here now? But I've traveled to the past? Is this the past? Oh, this is different, I think. No way, dude. What? Oh no, I'm being led into the woods. I don't want to go in the woods. I might have to go in the woods. Okay, let's follow the breadcrumbs. Fine, because if we don't, we're going to get lost, and then we're not going to make any progress. Are there evil owls out here? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to handle it if there's evil owls out here. I mean, I told y'all how scary that owl from Avatar was. Seriously, like I'm kind of a veteran of horror at this point, but I don't know if I can handle evil owls. I really don't. Huh? Should I go into this building? I probably should go into this building. It seems like an important building. Or is it a building? Even that little noise that I just heard spooked me a little bit. This is about to be scary, man. Even the first Outer Wilds had its moments that were a little scary. But that actually were... They actually kind of worked as scares. Scares. How do I get up there, man? I want up. And you could tell with the first Outer Wilds that they wanted to make a horror game. Because I said that several times in the playthrough. Like you could kind of tell that they wanted to make a horror game, but just couldn't for whatever reason. You know, marketing issues or something. Game was too cutesy. It's harder to sell something like a horror if it's like your first game or whatever. As like a studio, it would be easier to sell something like Outer Wilds that's genuinely family friendly. But you could tell that they were... There were moments in Outer Wilds that was like, oh man, these people would... I can tell that these people would love to make a horror game. Just from those little moments. of just like sheer, not terror exactly, but what? Where's that music coming from, man? No way. There's a guy. There's a guy. Dude, my mouth is open right now. There's another one. We're bird watching. This is high intensity bird watching here, folks. I mean, I can see him, so logic would dictate he can see me. Is he just... Is that just a patrol he's doing? Or was that two guys? This is terrifying. What if I'm not gonna shine him. I'm not gonna shine him. I was tempted. We're gonna get our fair share of sheer terror anyway. We don't need it. We don't need to try that. I'm guessing these people are not gonna... I was concerned maybe that they were gonna pull their punches. But I'm less concerned about that now. More concerned about the terrifying giant owl men. Whoa. Alright, well, I didn't consent to that exactly. I mean, this is horror. This is exactly what a horror game is. This is designed just like that. Just, you know, maybe not explicitly horror yet. Definitely with very much horror elements, if not just straight up horror, which it feels like they are really, really circling the drain of horror. Just straight up horror. But this could very well be another situation like the first Outer Wilds, where there was just like a lot of random horror elements in it. But not just like a full horror experience. What? What was that noise for? Oh, I was just drowned. That was the dam broke. I totally forgot about that. Well, what? Well, so how am I supposed? Wait. But we're still here. No, we're not. Never mind. I thought we were still there. shoot. Well, what? 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 Okay, let's meditate. We need to meditate. I'm gonna go get some water. This got interesting all of a sudden. This got genuinely interesting. I'm gonna go get some water. I was thinking about maybe signing off, but now I'm not. Now I'm intrigued. Yeah, you know what? There was a lot of spooky elements in the first Outer Wilds. Now that I think about it, because those masks that we just saw, the ones that... Hold on, I'm using my other hand. Gotta go sideways. Those were pretty spooky the first time we saw them. Okay, I gotta say, I am officially intrigued. I was not totally feeling it before. Just like exploring the inside of the stranger got old pretty fast, I would have to say. I hadn't really verbalized that yet, because I was kind of afraid, because I knew that everybody really loves this DLC, and I was like, not feeling it. And I was like, well, I guess that's just where me and everybody else differ, you know? That happens to me a lot. That happens to me a lot. Where I just don't really get the hype behind something. So I think we checked out the third place and the first place. So now we should do the second. And that's the one with the skeleton that's missing. So I wonder how that one's going to be different. Take me. Ride me. That's from that quote I just said, "Ride me." That's from Game Grumps. They have a whole bit about that. And in Game Grumps, Aaron says, "Oh yeah, it's from that BBC show about Narnia." That's Aslan. Aslan says, "Ride me" in the Narnia BBC show. And I went and I watched it, and he says it just like that. And I went and I watched it, and he doesn't. He totally doesn't, like, at any point. So I have no idea what he's talking about. I feel like it's just like some weird memory that he made up. Did we ever figure out what happens? Come on. It's just like something that he just like made up in his brain. I mean, it's hilarious, but it's based on nothing. There are no facts. We don't have a lantern. An unlit lantern. So there's a free spot. Oh, but we can't do it. Haha. Time to get my spook on, you know? Well, which way do we go? This is so spooky, man. The vibes. Steen Olsen was totally right. The vibes are just... My human sensibilities are not intersecting well with these vibes. My poor little tiny supple human body is not going to intersect well with these vibes. Is that what he's gonna stab me with? Well, so far, these vibes are actually kind of fine. I haven't heard any like horrifying screeches yet. That was pretty funny too. That was like we were just like looking around this like cozy cabin, and all of a sudden we were just like, and we're just like, what was that? And then we never really saw what made that sound. There was never any closure as to what did that. Like, it didn't even seem like it came after us. Like, it sounded like it came after us, but we never saw any visual evidence of it coming after us at any point. But that just kind of made it worse, you know? Like, I feel like the... anticipation is even stronger now. Because... Okay. You realize I'm not actually worried? Unless that skeleton being gone means that there's still one here. You think we're safe here, but maybe we're not even safe here. No, okay, maybe we're safe here. This feels pretty safe. I mean, it kind of explains why there's such a bleak aesthetic. Up until this point, I was I was a little iffy about the bleak aesthetic. It was working, but it was also kind of like, you know, it didn't really seem like there was much of a purpose to it. But it was still like, okay, I mean, it was a change of pace, but now it makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, it's because this is horror. Oh, I can actually turn the light out completely. I didn't know that. That means we're gonna have to, which means that there's monsters for sure. I mean, it was gonna surprise me if there were no monsters in this, considering that there were monsters in the first one in the form of the anglerfish. So is anything different now? It was gonna kind of surprise me if they put monsters in that one but not this one. But us being able to extinguish this completely means we're gonna get got at some point. 100%. I haven't seen any yet, though. Not on this level. In this sector. I can't quite tell if this one is, I heard something. can't quite tell if this one is the same as the other ones. Are they all connected, or are they all completely separate, like, towns? I can't quite tell. Feels like they're all completely separate, because I haven't really seen a clear connection. But maybe they do connect, I don't know. That actually, it might be more interesting if they connect. Did we go over there before? I don't think we did we? Oh, that's the dam. This is like Inception. It's like Inception. I heard something. That was... Oh, uh-oh. We're tipping. Oh, no. We tipping, dog. We tipping. So that does happen. The tower does fall at some point. So we do have a time limit here somehow. I have no idea how. Am I seeing something move over there? I don't see any owls here. I don't see any owls here. Oh, jeez. I don't see him. I don't see no owls. I don't even see any evidence of owls. Or movement. Which maybe means, like, maybe we're not supposed to even be here yet. It's always so refreshing to see someone play this for the first time. It's so good. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. It's pretty spooky. I was hoping for more owls. What happened? What was that? What was that? I was hoping for more owls at this point. More demon owls. Maybe I should be careful what I wish for. Demon owls? Why am I not seeing any, Oh. We know what that is. How am I supposed to get past that thing? Well, maybe if it doesn't see me? Okay, how am I supposed to move and do that? I can't, how am I supposed to move? This doesn't work with my keyboard very, oh no. Extinguish. turn it off if I get close to it? Okay, no. Dumb idea, dumb idea, dumb idea. Well, where do I go? Where is it at? Where's the pillar? Where's it at? A little bit lost, a little bit lost. Oh, what's this? That's where we came from. Where's the demon owl? I want to see more demon owls. I liked them. It's kind of funny because we went to... What's that noise? We went to the third one first, but maybe we were supposed to go there last? Last? And that's where all the real spooks are? That would actually, I guess, from a game design, from a game design standpoint, that actually might make more sense, because then you don't have time to get sick of them. If it's the last place that you end up going, if that's where all the scares are, it sort of builds up the. We fallen. No. Although these ones keep getting submerged in water. But the third one doesn't. So that kind of pushes you into... But there's actually one place that we haven't gone yet, though. We didn't go to the last one. Didn't go to the last campfire. Okay. I wonder what the onboard computer says about the other dimension and the demon owls. It seems that you've found your way to the demon owl dimension. It's weird how it's pretty much only you that ends up in these situations. It's funny too how they're giant. Like, I just knew, as soon as I could tell that they were giant and that they were creepy, I was like, they have to be monsters. I was like, you know these guys are monsters. They're giant, creepy owls with glowing eyes, and this is from a studio that is very thinly veiling their desire to make a horror game. At least in the last one. You could tell that that was like their dream. They wanted to make that horror game so bad. And this kind of looks like it's what they did. They're like, oh yeah, Outer Wilds 2? Yeah. There's owls in it. We're gonna put some owls. They're owl people. They're tall, so that's cool. They're tall. Glowing eyes? Yeah, glowing. I mean, yeah, their eyes glow. But that's just what owls do. Okay, I'll buy that. What's this game rated? I think it's E for everyone. Yeah. I mean, it's their eyes glow. They're defending their territory. They're just defending their territory. It's actually just a reflection of light. Much like a real animal. It's an educational game. My niece sleeps in her mom's bed now. Forever. I took her to see Guardians of Ga'Hoole and she was catatonic. There's that timely Guardians of Ga'Hoole reference. Never saw that. I still remember it though, for some reason. It's stuck in my brain as the Owl movie. You. What's gonna happen now, huh? What's gonna happen now? What you got for me now? Huh? Nothing? Nothing? Huh. How do I get back? Help! Drop artifact. How do I get back? How? Ouch. Is that how? Death? Death is the escape? Oh, there's stairs. Oh. There's... Okay, just checking to make sure. Whoa. There's a lot to explore. A lot to explore. Who's there? Who's there? It's me. Who? I mean, me. I remember you. Are we gonna learn about you now? There's tons of these things. That one says 3 on it. Ooh. No owl monsters yet. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. A little disappointed, but also, you know. Huh? What? Who's there? What do you mean, who's me? Who else? What are you? Whoa! I get, what do I get? Ah, we get vision. Hello. Okay, just that was the tower, I think. And it looked like we needed to... Oh, we gotta get out of here somehow. Guess we got to get caught. It's the only way to leave. What up? Yeah. Oh. I respect them for going the spooky direction, you know? I really respect that. Where is the surface? Go up. I need you to go up. Oh, my flame is extinguished. Is this burning an eternal flame? I want to go where the demon owls are. I don't feel like I got enough of the demon owls. I mean, I really feel like I got like a really enticing little, just like a little taste. And I want more. But these people, for the most part, are pretty smart with their design. It kind of seems like they're gonna hold off on the demon owls so that you don't get just like inundated with them and don't get sick of them, because that'll keep them sort of keep them at arm's length and make them scarier. Sort of build up the anticipation a little bit more. I mean, me personally, because I'm sort of a fan of horror. Games, at least. Oh, we gotta go this way. I kind of feel like if was that a dam breaking? I kind of feel like if I don't see enough of the owls, I'm gonna almost forget that they exist, and it's not gonna necessarily build the anticipation. The anticipation for me completely. I feel like I would prefer... I can't put this thing down. So he picked up the artifact. So this thing is absolutely just leaning now. So wait. But... do we have to wait? What did I do wrong? So it looked like he had an artifact that had a flame in it. So maybe we should go get a flame and then come back. How do we do that? We can't do that. We can't. We can't do that. Because we have to go through the water first. Unless, I mean, we can go see if there's an entrance up at the top. Because I don't remember if there is. Yeah, there is. I forgot all about this. I wonder if that needs to be connected in order for this to work. I'm also a little concerned that we might not get this done fast enough. Where am I going? I don't remember. Get the flame. I'm going to get the flame. Where is the flame? It's in the tower, but I think I could have just gone the other way. This is, I mean, come on. Why? So I got fired. How do I get back now? Okay, you guys sit tight. I gotta go take a little bit of a powder break. I'm back. Sometimes you sit too long on a toilet seat and you stand up and it sticks to your cheeks and then falls back down and slams on the toilet and makes a loud noise and scares you. That happened to someone. I want to go back. Let's go in the water. Oh. My flame! What happens if I close? Oh. What? My light was extinguished. We fallen? Yep. Turns out. Okay, how are we gonna figure this out, man? It's actually getting close to my bedtime. If you can believe that. Which you should. I am staying up so late that it's actually deep enough into the next day that I'm going to sleep at a respectable time. I've missed entire days of my life due to this issue. Endless Canyon? Excuse me? Damaged laboratory. Saw a vision. Like recording of someone picking up an artifact and going to sleep in front of a green fire. Most of the vision was distorted and difficult to make out, but a flame seemed to appear inside the artifact. That's actually what we needed to do. How do we know what we're supposed to do if the vision was distorted? A laboratory with 3 test chambers, a second chamber badly damaged and meandered through a hole reach inside stranger. The slide reel is those 3 experiments conducted with 3 different artifacts. Third experiment appears to have been a success. Rays of green lights build. And it told us something. Picked up an artifact and left the room. Oh. Does that mean I just need to leave the room and... not come back for a while? Dog. Okay, so let's try that. What I don't get is that he picks up a artifact and leaves that room. I don't think that there is an artifact in there normally. So I'm confused about that. Whoops. Whoop, 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 whoa. What? Is this burning an eternal flame? See, what's interesting about this planet is that we've spent so much time on it that I've actually gotten used to the way that the jetpack controls, or I'm starting to, I think. I've gotten pretty good at the jetpack here. Because for one, because the gravity's so high, there's not much of a chance for me to just kind of go flying off into space because I pressed the button a little too hard. And also, we've been here for so long that I can actually get used to the way the jetpack controls. It took a little while, but, you know, I actually got used to it. In the main game, we didn't have that luxury at all. We never could get used to the jetpack on any of the planets because we were always moving from one to the next with no time. Whoops. Wrong place. Ate too many Cheez-Its today. Getting that acid reflux. This is taller than I remember. So, I mean, it kind of looked like, I mean, this reminds me of the artifacts. But I don't... Thought I heard noises. Okay, well let's just try it. I don't know, how long do we wait? Just wait here in the dark. I'm gonna browse my phone. Just gonna browse Reddit while we wait. I hear that wind. I think we've waited long enough. You guys think this is working? Didn't work. Perhaps I've missed something. Oh well, it's about time for me to get off anyway. I was like, man, I'm really tired. Why am I so tired? It's like, oh yeah, it's because this is technically very late for me. So, I'm gonna head out. Where's my mouse? I've lost my mouse. It's amazing how much better this game looks on my monitor than it does in the preview window. Like, you guys are really missing out if you don't get the chance to play this yourself. It looks much better. Anyway, I'm heading out now. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.